Welcome to TNT, baby, the naked truth with Taylor Armstrong, where I'm going to expose everything about my life, and my guests are going to come on, get naked with me, and bear it all. Now let's get naked. This is the naked truth. I'm Taylor Armstrong. It's TNT, baby. We've got a great one for you today. My friend Gemma is here. We're super close. We just spent the weekend in LA, and I introduced you to some people I have known pretty much my whole life. My cheerleading coach was in town who literally taught me cheer all the way through high school. She was my competition coach. And her daughter, who I've known since she was in the womb, conceived basically, who would be running around on the cheer mat every day as a toddler, was going to be there too. And we're celebrating my coach's birthday. And so I invited you to go with me. We went out to a beautiful dinner. And what'd you think of Adley?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, first off, I loved going to Catch LA because I've always wanted to go to Catch LA. But Adley, that blew my mind. She's like internet sensation. I used to watch her all the time, like when I had time to watch. And she was so funny and so amazing.
Hysterical.
But also a brilliant businesswoman.
Brilliant. And it's interesting because she grew up wanting to be a country music star, and she's an incredible singer. She was top 10 on The Voice, and she played at my wedding, of course. When I walked down the aisle, she sang Hallelujah to me, which made everyone cry, and it's one of her amazing renditions. And so that was always her goal. And she played at the after party. She's open for Blake Shelton. I mean, she has all these incredible talents. And then she's a bit of a prankster, right?
Oh
so she
my gosh.
became this huge sensation on TikTok and everything with her big pranks. And her boyfriend goes along with it. He's so adorable.
Oh my
gosh. They
gosh.
are just so darling and crushing it.
And that was one of the things she told me that I thought was really cool is she said that her goal in life was always to entertain. She just didn't know how it was going to happen.
Right.
And so like by doing all of the skits and the fun things that she does with the internet, with all of her stuff, if you're not following her, like Adley, it's just Adley. How do you even get a one name
I know
on social anymore?
I don't know. The only other person I ever knew personally that has the one name is at Andy, as in Andy Cohen, right? So I'm like, how did Adley has at Adley? That tells you how powerful she is.
Yeah,
in the
totally,
whole social
right?
media
She's
world.
got the one name.
So cool, and she just makes content, so much content all the time, and she's
living the dream.
Following. She really is
making content.
But to your point,
everything.
She said she knew she always wanted to be an entertainer, and she was so music focused.
Right.
I think it's amazing that she was able to go, you know what? I'm really good at this also, and I think this trajectory is going to be longer lasting, and I'm going to get to stay home,
right?
And just be with her family more, and not being on the road. So that's one of those sliding doors in life when you get to make a decision and you still end up successful.
Right? Oh my gosh,
she's
yeah.
incredible.
Like I really admire her. We had like such a great conversation. I felt like you guys were over in your own world and we were just over there like laser focused on our conversation, and I could kind of hear you over there like, that's not true.
Well, I can only hear like part of it because I was sitting with my cheer coach and we were just having a blast, like reminiscing over all these years. And she's like a second mom to me. But I wanted to hear what Adley was saying too. But then I was hoping you could get some scoop on what Adley's plans are next, because her mom, of course, was talking to me about her having kids like nonstop. And I'm thinking Adley has a pretty busy life.
The majority of our whole conversation was like, do I have a baby? Don't I have a baby? Right.
Right.
And I was like, you absolutely need to have a baby. And
Gemma,
I know.
I don't know if everybody needs to have a baby. I don't know.
I feel like if you want a baby, you should have a baby. Because she's at that age. Like, okay, you're like 35, right? And you're like, I know that society tells you can have a baby whenever you want one. Totally not true, by the way.
Exactly.
Literally. Unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars for IVF.
Right.
Or all these different things. And even then it might not work out, right? So if you want one, I'm like, just go for it. You guys will figure it out. Like they're already so successful. They'll totally have help. I said it'll triple your numbers.
Right.
Because, right.
Oh, yeah. Right. Just putting all the babies on
all the baby
social.
Things.
Oh yeah. That's totally
my
definitely a
whole
hook.
First career was made off of having a baby, right? So like, I'm like, you should do it. But it was so funny. You're like, no, don't do it.
Well, I just, if you're on the fence, someone said to me in a hair salon before I ever got pregnant, they said, it was like a burning yearning inside of you.
Right.
Just know what you're getting into, because of course she had like 3 toddlers at home.
Right.
So I'm sure she was exhausted and that was her advice for the day.
Yes.
But I just think about Adley being so successful that it would change a little bit of her lifestyle.
Upward trajectory right now. So I understand her struggle for sure, because you're like in an upward trajectory. You're like at the top of your game, like everything is working. And I was talking to her, so I talked to her about mindset, because like her and Blake, I believe is her husband's name.
Yes, but he's adorable, by the way.
So cute. They're like
so
literally,
cute.
It's not even right.
I
the
know.
whole situation is not even right because they're all so cute.
Total perfection.
Terry, their mom, is so cute. And that's one thing we said.
So fun.
We were sitting there celebrating her mom's birthday. And I said, well, like one day when your mom is gone, who are you going to sit here and celebrate a birthday with?
Aww.
And like, so it's like you become the mom,
right.
And like you go on and they have such a beautiful family. Like, I feel like genuinely felt like it would be a shame for her not to have a baby.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like, she's so funny, like this personality. I could just picture the two of them making like the ultimate little child.
I can too.
Like, so I'm like, there's no way you would want to miss out on that, right? But maybe put it off for like 2 more years. But I was like, I don't know, maybe freeze your eggs. I don't know. I was like, look into freezing your eggs or whatever.
I love it that you met her for like 20 minutes and you told her to fucking freeze her eggs, Gemma. I mean, okay. Like her mom was at the other end of the table.
Well, I had a margarita.
Oh, I forgot you did have half a margarita.
I drank the whole margarita.
I love you. I drank 1 whole margarita. So I get to give people life advice about freezing their eggs that I just met.
Absolutely. I think she was into it.
I know. But you're sage advice and you've raised your daughter.
But I did tell her, I said, it's going to be so cute for like 12 years.
Right.
And then you're going to go through like 5 years or so of just complete hell where you want to like maybe kill yourself, jump off a bridge, or give your child away. Right. And then you're like, I don't think I can deal with this. This is like actually hell. Right. Like it's really hard. And I go, but you'll get to the other side of that. And when you get to the other side of that, that's where the beauty starts to happen when they become adults. Like, as I'm going to be a grandma soon. And it's I feel like my daughter and I are in a good place where she's like my best friend now. But man, it did take a lot of work to get there, but totally worth it.
Okay, now I'm thinking maybe you were baby pushing on Adley because you're getting ready to be a grandma. So you're all in like baby mode right now. And maybe you shouldn't project baby mode on other people, Gemma. Wait, she has a baby and she's going to call me and be like, how'd you let your friend talk me into this? No, she's going to be an incredible parent. And the other cool thing for that kid.
Terry's going to be happy.
Oh my gosh, her mom's going to be insane. But what about getting to be that baby? And Adley Stump sings you your lullabies at night.
Oh my gosh, seriously, right? Yeah. Oh, I see a lullaby album in her future.
Oh, that
really needs to happen. Right?
That would be super cute, especially if it's like a little bit country.
Yes,
like a little country.
All
baby
original
album.
songs. We're gonna write them.
Yes, for sure. So that I think we should encourage her to do for sure. It would be precious, and the babies could be in all the videos. And now it's babies. I've already added another one now.
Yeah. See, now you're baby pushing.
I know. I'm totally baby pushing. Yes, I love it. And Terry would be so happy, my cheer coach. So anyway, I'm glad you finally got the night to meet her. And
oh my God, thank you so much. Like literally, I feel like it's funny because I'd watched her in person and to see that her personality is exactly who she is.
Right?
Online, she's so funny. Like she was like, yeah, okay, like you guys were singing happy birthday to her mom. And I took a video of it and I can hear Adley saying, sing louder, Taylor. Sing louder.
No, I said sing louder, Adley, because I needed her to drown the rest of us out. Right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I was like, thank God I'm not on the end with her, closest to the microphone, because it was a really sad situation at my end of the table for sure. The singing was not happening very well.
It wasn't. It was
definitely not my strong suit.
It was good.
You always need somebody that can actually sing at a birthday, so they can drown the rest of us out.
Right? Absolutely.
I love it. Well, then she's just gonna have to make the decision and then go with it. Because don't you think that if you're constantly like, here's the pros, here's the cons. When it comes to having a baby, it's almost like, let's just jump in.
I feel like jump in, but I mean, I did have my kids like in my early 20s because I was like a jump in type of person.
Yeah.
But I also have friends that have like tried to build their careers and they've built their careers and now they're wondering why they didn't have babies. So it's like, it's a lot harder when you're a lot older and you have a lot less energy.
That's the big thing.
And I told her that. I was like, well, IVF. I go, well, you can do IVF, but listen, IVF isn't just about getting pregnant. You go through like months of hell, hormonal imbalances, shots every day, like the commitment that these women show to go through IVF to getting pregnant. It's like, it is definitely like an instinctual thing. Like I have to do this
100%,
because it's a sacrifice to go through IVF,
oh,
not just financial, like everything.
Yes.
So if you can do it now, just do it.
Yeah.
And like figure it out later. Cause I think it's going to just turn out to be beautiful. I know one of the things she said was, that she was worried about like their relationship, like Blake and her, like, oh my gosh, now we have this baby crying and like we have to do this and we have to do that and we're worried about building our business. But I think the big thing was mindset. And like if you go into it thinking that it's going to be a problem, if you go into it thinking you're going to be tired, if you go into it thinking that you and your spouse are going to argue, I go, it's you and your spouse against the world. Right? So it should be like, this baby's crying. Can you believe this? Like it should be a freaking joke. It should not be like, I'm stressed out because the baby's crying. The baby's going to cry.
That's happening for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, I just think going back to the age thing, I had Kennedy kind of later, and there was a lot of things that I didn't feel like I fit in to do with her in her teenage years.
How
'Cause
old
she's
were
like,
you? How old
I
were
was
you?
35 when I gave birth to
Yeah.
Kennedy. So then by the time she was 15, she was like, no, you cannot come with my friends and me. That's so embarrassing. Like, why didn't you have me younger? She's like,
Were-
why couldn't you be like Kylie Jenner and have me young? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of differences. And
Yeah.
I think like $500 billion would be one big thing that I
Oh,
did not
yeah.
have in my 20s to
Sure.
just be like, no worries, I got this handled.
Yeah, you've got billions in the bank. You're
Right.
like, I just hire a surrogate right now. Why not have another one? If you, I mean, seriously, if I had billions of dollars in the bank, I would be like mass producing through a surrogate, probably at least 6 kids, and like running.
I can totally see that with you. I don't know.
Seriously, it's a lot of energy.
I'm better with like go and visit the domestic violence shelter kids and
Right.
like get to love on them and bring them fun stuff and then
I can
and then
do
leave.
that.
Yeah,
That's a
'cause
better
growing
plan.
up an only child, I am not real great with the whole little kid thing all the
Right.
time. It's a lot for me.
I
So
feel the
I
same
do like to
way.
jump in and like play
Yeah.
with them and give them light and joy and have fun and then give them back to their parents.
And then go back. I know that's why I'm so looking forward to being a grandparent.
I
'Cause
bet.
I'll be like, I can visit, I can love on you, and then I can still go have margaritas with you on the weekend.
That's right.
yeah.
But you know that the minute this baby is born, my cheer coach, Terry, is going to be like living at Adley's house. She's never going to leave.
No. Oh yeah, that's it. And it's a good thing she has a massive, beautiful home. Her mom can just live there if she
Right.
wants
So
to.
Adley in her mind must be thinking, I'm getting a baby, but I know I'm also getting my mom like
Yeah.
full time because she's not going to be able to walk away from that baby.
No, really, I don't think she would, and I don't think that she could have a better mom
I know,
to
really.
be a grandma either.
No, and she's so fun.
Yeah,
Her
I'm like
mom is a
hoping it
blast.
happens. I hope they went home and got pregnant like right now.
Oh my God, they're probably going to name the baby Gemma
No,
because it was your idea.
no, I think it was their idea, but I feel like I was pushing it a little.
I
It was
like
just
it.
a little bit, for sure.
Right. It's gonna be the new baby girl Gemma.
It's a brand new person that like wouldn't be here if you didn't make them. Like an actual human being.
I know, and she's
That's, like,
probably.
here.
Now I've already made her a girl.
Yeah,
but
it's a
she's gonna
girl.
be like mad talented because you've got like
I
the
know.
Adley music side, entertainment side, creativity. She's hysterical.
And she already has an album coming out for nursery album.
Yes, she doesn't
Then
know
when
it
the
yet.
baby
She doesn't
gets
know
to
it,
be
but
like
she's
3
going
or
to.
4, have her play the drums or something. I can already picture the whole thing. We're planning their whole future.
Exactly. Now they're gonna be like a family band.
Yeah, they're a family
Yeah,
band.
it's all so good.
Oh my god.
We gotta let Adley know this is what's happening for
yeah,
her.
we have to call her and say we've planned it all out.
Yes,
You need to get pregnant by this day, and here's your timeline.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we maybe we should just pick the birth date too. That way
Oh my
we can like
gosh.
celebrate on a big day. Like, do we want a New Year's baby, a Valentine's baby? Like, I guess this is gonna be our decision.
It should be a New Year's baby.
It should be a New Year's
Yeah,
baby.
2025.
So cute. Well, now you're really pushing it.
No, just kidding.
Well, we had a blast. It was so much fun. We went to a couple of big events that were super
Right.
fun. A lot of
The launch of that new app that she's a
Incredible.
really big part of also
Yes,
was really cool. I
Yeah.
call it it's
Vena-
Venivia.
Yeah, Venivia.
Venivia.
I
So
have
it's
to
a new
remember
live
that.
streaming app, but it's supposed to be incredible, and everybody's like really signing up for it and getting on board.
Yeah, like the streaming quality is supposed to be the best there is,
Right.
and there were tons of influencers there. Teresa Judice from New Jersey Housewives was there,
Right.
and then there were all
Tyga.
kinds of Tyga was there,
Of course.
and then the family that's been in TikTok forever.
Oh my
the
gosh.
D'Amelios.
D'Amelios.
That's
The
it, right?
D'Amelios.
They were there, and they're like lifelong in that world. So
Everybody loved them.
there's going to be some conversion happening, or
Yeah.
at least some new places for people to see what it's going to be like the next wave of streaming. But the whole thing that with the costumes, and it was just a really, really cool event. So I'm glad Adley invited us. So
I
we're
know.
like on the forefront of what's about to happen.
I know. I feel totally lucky. That was
We're
super
so
awesome.
cool.
We're so cool.
So very
Thanks,
cool,
Adley.
Gemma.
Thanks,
We have
Adley.
to hang out with young people more often so
Yeah,
we can
right.
stay cool.
Right? Exactly.
Well, we're
Oh
going to
my
see her
gosh.
again soon.
We are.
Yes. Okay. Well, it was fun. Thanks for going up with me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
around.
And plus, I get to use the HOV lane when I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right?
Oh
so
my
now,
gosh.
anytime I go to LA, I'm just gonna have to take
You just have to
with
take me because I'm your like cardboard stick out. What do you know? People used to put the cardboard
Yeah.
like picture people inside the lane so they
Yeah.
could go.
So I feel like I've got to go home. So now I would just want you to ride home with me so I don't have any traffic. We got to get out of here. But anyway, okay, I'm going to have to keep you guys updated on this whole baby news. We'll be on Baby Watch with Adley. So stay tuned and we'll all be watching together. This is Taylor Armstrong and this is TNT. And I'll see you later, firecrackers. Taylor out.